name is Chase Johnson. I'm from Denver, Colorado, and we have used C3 Group several times on some of our large loss commercials and our higher end residential for their appraisal services and their public adjusting services. Their knowledge of the market, of the ever-changing regulations, and their ability to create a very thorough estimate from an understanding of construction and the management of the project.
Happy Tuesday, everyone. Lead meteorologist John Choquette here for our daily 12 p.m. hail forecast. As always, sponsored by both C3 Group and Merlin Law Group. You can check out both of their pages in the description below here on Facebook if you're watching us on Facebook. So yesterday was the last day of September, and just an interesting note, I didn't get a chance to put a graphic together for this, but preliminarily it looks like we are at a record for this month of September. The previous record seemed to be about 527 hail reports back in 2010. And as right now, the preliminary numbers, when I added up, was at 590 hail reports. We had a solid 42 reports yesterday. So overall, it was a very busy September. The trade-off was not too much in the way of tropical activity, but we did make another 3-star map yesterday in North Platte, Kearney, and Lexington, Nebraska. Up to tennis ball size hail fell, not in North Platte specifically, I think that's more rural areas, but they have up to 2-inch hail in North Platte, about 13,998, just under 14,000 homes. You can see overall pretty good coverage. It looked like quite a few of the storms were at least quarter size, so it wasn't an isolated event in terms of the bigger hail. The bigger hail seemed to be fairly widespread, and it hit a good chunk of the city of North Platte, or I guess town of North Platte. It's not exactly crazy populated, but either way, a nice another little 3-star map to end the month of September. So starting off October, we do have a risk for some hail across Kansas, very, very eastern sections of Nebraska, and into Iowa. 2% chance pretty much across the board here. Hail up to ping pong ball size with the strongest storms. I think the big problem is there's already a lot of rain in the area, and the nature of how these storms are forming, it's favoring the chance for more of a line of storms versus supercells. You want to have more isolated storms for big time hail. When you have a line of storms that's more favorable of wind, it keeps those hail sizes more in check, which is why I'm keeping these chances very low, because it's just going to be that brief initial updraft that could give you that marginally severe hail, and as things push to the east, we'll eventually see it really diminish as the evening wears on. So this is what the future air is showing. We do have some isolated storms initially. That first hour of storms forming, especially in Nebraska into Iowa, that's where you're really going to see that chance for hail, possibly upwards of ping pong ball size. And then after about 9 p.m. or so, that's really going to be all she wrote for today for that first day of October. So yes, we were very busy at the very tail end of September here, but it's looking like as we go the first couple days of October, more of a subdued hail threat. Same basic story for tomorrow, just shifting a little further south towards Kansas City and then into Oklahoma a bit. And it looks like kind of the same basic story where storms are going to form and then kind of turn into a line. We do have a cold front that is going to push through central Oklahoma tomorrow. This is all associated with this cold front that's easing to the south and really indicating the start of fall, even though fall started a couple weeks ago. And I know a lot of folks with the pumpkin spice crap, it started in August, but in terms of how the weather's reacting, we're actually starting to see a real push for a more fall-like pattern once we get to this weekend and going into next week. And that's really going to kind of subdue some hail threats a little bit. I think there will still be hail threats. I think we'll get a couple more events through the month of October. But like I said in my fall forecast, the vast majority of this hail is going to be in the first couple weeks here of October. And then I think we're going to quickly trail off and maybe just cross our fingers we get a rogue event the last couple months of the year. So, tropical check-in, what do we have going on? A little more activity than we did yesterday. Hurricane Lorenzo is still way out there in the eastern Atlantic, not really affecting anyone, but we have 2 areas to watch over the next 5 days. A low-end chance of development right now, but the way tropics are, these can very quickly change. We have one in the Caribbean here, just to the west of Jamaica. 10% chance is going to form in the next 5 days as it heads towards the Yucatan Peninsula, and then subsequently into the Gulf of Mexico. We'll be watching this pretty carefully. If it does turn into anything, then they could potentially put the United States at risk, assuming something forms in the next week or two. And we also have an area off to the east of the Bahamas. This one will be no big deal for the United States at all, as if it even does form, it'd be heading off into the central Atlantic. Hurricane Lorenzo is still a Category 2 hurricane, 100-mile-per-hour sustained winds, and it is going to make a visit to the United Kingdom by Friday morning. It'll be extratropical at that point, so basically it'll lose its tropical characteristics but still have the heavy rain and strong winds, and it will thump into somewhere near Northern Ireland or Scotland by the time we move towards the weekend. So, landfalling tropical system in Scotland, it happens sometimes. And overall, that's all we really got for today. Follow us here on Facebook. Hit See First. We're going to be premiering some cool new stuff pretty soon, so keep an eye out for that. And if you need any help with the app or the website, feel free to give us a call. We can set up a training for you, your whole team, whatever it may be. At your earliest convenience, just give us a call at 855-334-4245. If you want to set up a training, you have any other comments, questions, or concerns, or interested in what Hailtrace has in general, it's a great number to call. You can also email us with any of that same info, or visit our website to find out more about Hailtrace, and follow us on our other social media like Instagram and Twitter. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Tuesday. I'll see you again tomorrow at 12 p.m. for another daily 12 p.m. update like we do every single weekday here at Hailtrace on whatever platform you prefer to watch us on. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.